working together to do a service. If you'd like to try a part of the service, English or Hebrew, we're going to be very open to putting these things together. In the meantime, I'm going to be leading some with anybody that would like to help, and we're going to kind of get used to this new regular that we will have, hopefully, with Rabbi Mike doing the off weeks. Sarah, you can come to any part, all of it. Some of it, walk up, back, and forth. Please don't feel like you have to ask anything. I realize you look very unwelcoming for my facial hair and shaved head. I didn't think that I would be doing this, so I did this for kind of a Halloween thing at school, and now I look like this. So anyway, we're going to be moving on. We're going to jump right into it. The lighting of the Shabbat candles on page 121. I do realize our regulars are not here to light the candles, so we got, all right, by default. Thank you very much. 120 and 121 for those at home with your own, and for everybody in here as well, page 120 and 121.
As these Shabbat candles give, is this one not on?
Is this one on?
Yeah. Okay. It's working. Yeah. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our day be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
We're going to continue on site as well as virtually on page 138 for Lecha Dodi. We will be doing verses 1, 5, and 9. Standing for the 9th verse, turning around and facing the door to greet the Shabbat bride. You come on up. You've earned this seat more than I have. More deserved than I am. You're more experienced. I think I only had like 1 or 2. Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad. Hishmeyanu Elhem Yuchad, Adonai Echad, Ushemo Echad. L'shemol tiftit veret v'tilai lilai 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 lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. He toriri, he horeri, kiva ure kumi uri shir daberi, kivod Adonai ulam likrad li la 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 lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Boi b'shalom ateret bala, Gam besimcha usolachat, toch emune am segula, boi chala, la 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 chadodi, likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Thank you very much. We are actually going to go to 142. We don't always do this one, but for Shalom Aleichem, I always like this one. So we're going to do this before we move on to the Reader's Kaddish in 144. Shalom Aleichem, Malechei Hasharech, Malechei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malechei Hamlachim, Chakadosh Baruch Hu. Boechem Leshalom, Malechei Hashalom, Malechei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malechei Hamlachim, Chakadosh Baruch Hu. Zorechuni Leshalom, Malechei Leshalom, Malechei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malechei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Zechem Leshalom, Malechei Hashalom, Malechei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malechei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Thank you. We're going to continue on page 144 for the Reader's Kaddish. Yit gadal ve'yit gadash shemei rabba, bi'amla divrach hirotei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yoyomechon uv'chayedecho beit Yisrael, bagala bagala uv'izman kariv vayimeru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevorach le'olam olam me'omaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitnoram v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal Shemei dekudesha barichu le'el min kol birchata v'shirata tush b'chatza v'nechemata damiran bi'alma vayimeru amen. Continue and stand, please, for the Baruch Hu on page 146. Na 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 Adonai. Nope. It's wrong. Baruch Hu et Adonai Amaro. Yeah. Okay. So I just start with the Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai. Okay. We'll just start there then. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamivorach. Baruch Adonai Hamivorach, Hamivorach Le'olam Va'ed. Hamivorach, Hamivorach le'olam va'ed. A little rattled by the crowd. I lost my composure for a second. We've pulled it back. We are going to continue. Let's read in English. This is a new one. Well, not new one, but it said before on page 124 in the English. Starting with "May the door of the synagogue," about halfway down. May the door of the synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hope to nurture. May the door of the synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May the synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. Okay. The big one, let's stand up and prepare for the Shema on page 152 and 153. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. We'll continue on pages 154 with the V'ahavta. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha v'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartabam b'shivtecha b'veitecha Uvelechtecha v'derech, uveshochbecha, uvechumecha, ukshartam liot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot beineinecha, uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uvihisharecha, leman tizkeru v'arsitem et kol mitzvotai, V'chadtem kadoshim lelochechem Ani Adonai Elochechem Asher harhotzi heterem me'eretz Mitzrayim Lechot lochem le'elohim Ani Adonai Elochechem Adonai Elochechem Emet. Let's please stand again for the tefillah at 164, which you heard about 10 seconds of earlier by accident. the thousands of people that are here. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Saftai Tifta. Na 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Saftai Tifta. Na 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Saftai Tifta. Na 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Continuing on page 166. You may be seated. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'imloteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzhak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'konei hakol, v'zocher chosdei avot v'imilot, uvnei guvraol v'nei v'neichem, v'leman shema b'yahava, melech ozer u'moshia u'magin, baruch atah Adonai, magil Avraham v'erat Sarah, 168, atah gibor li'olam Adonai, mechayed chol ba'im ahtav Moshiach, Medi Chatal, Mechayel Chaim Vechesed, Mechayecha Kol Merachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofei Tolim, Umatir Asurim, Umechaye Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Micha mocha ba'el gevurot, umido melach, melech memit, umechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman atah leman hakol, baruch atah Adonai, mechaye hakol. Page 170. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh uknemoshim b'chol yom lalula sela baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. Please continue silently in your own thoughts or meditations or prayer, and we will read together Oseh Shalom, the last paragraph on 180 in a few moments. Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh Shalom aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael imru. Oh, my mistake, everybody. Amen. O say shalom bimromav, huyaseh shalom aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'himeru amen. We're going to do it one more time because I actually remembered how to do it. O say shalom bimromav, huyaseh shalom aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol yishvei tevel, v'himeru amen. As we think about people that are in our community, that are in need of healing, body, spirit, mental, physical healing, please flip to page 371 as we do the Misha Beirach. And I guess Sarah, by default, is going to be walking around. 371, any names that you have or any names that are on the chat as well for healing.
Patricia Rosser.
Dane Dean, Jonathan Paredes, and Raquel Quiroz.
Anyone on the chat? All right. Bonnie Feynman. Halfway down the page on 371. Mishe Beirach Avotenu Mechor Charecha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishe Beirach Imotenu Mechor Chavrecha Liavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shleimah, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
I have a couple of names for the Misha Beirach.
Oh, great. Throw them in.
Jackie Freeman, Don Freeman, Barbara Whitlock, Daniel Brito, Daniel Lamont, Terry Hurst, and Ivy Ridge.
Okay. For the Devar today, I have a little something to say. You can stay here if you want. If you have something to chime in, you can, there's literally space. Figuratively, if you have something to say. I'm not giving a profound lesson that's going to blow everybody away, so please feel free to share anybody in the congregation or online. So from my learnings of all about a week, or week and change, and what I am digging up from Hebrew school 1,000 years ago, this is the part where we kind of learn about Noah, the big hero of our story. And what I gathered from these type of people is he seemed to be the only good guy, genuinely, out of a lot of really bad people. So people were stealing things, they were being dishonest, they were not being faithful to their families or their children, and he was kind of like the good guy that was chosen because he was a good guy. So when I first learned this story, as a lot of us probably learned it when we were younger or older, my first initial reaction was, this seems a little extreme to wipe out everybody because they might not be this perfect type of person. Little did I know, he had a really, really long time. This wasn't a night process where God said, we're wiping everybody out tomorrow because you're all terrible. It took him 120 years to build this ark. And also, within those 120 years, there were many, many warning signs. I'm giving you a shot here. Change who you are, or it's not going to go well. They didn't listen. Maybe 30 or 40 years. Guess what? There's something's happening. If you don't change your ways, please change. Nothing happened. They were laughing. They thought it was joking. So I think a lot of the times when big things happen, good or bad, changes in our life, we always only focus on the ending of why is this happening to me? What's going on? This isn't fair. And ignoring the warning signs. It could be a relationship with a family member. It could be a relationship with your family. It could be something you're doing at your job or a hobby. There's never an immediate change without many warning signs. And I think any time between 0 and 120 years, that's a lot of opportunities to change who you are. Now, I'm not saying there's going to be a flood that's going to wipe out all of the country. That's highly unlikely. However, there is going to be a lot of opportunities that we have in our day-to-day life where you can take one decision and make a good decision to help people, or say, I'm going to still be the same way. Whatever you're working on, a relationship or a project or a job, anything where you have an end goal where you want to change something for the better, there's always many choices to make before the big change that happens. So if you ever have an opportunity in your life to make a good change and you're thinking, this might be a sign for me to change, kind of take advantage of that instead of waiting for the very end when it's too late and the change can't happen now because there were all those opportunities and it's too late. For me, I teach second grade, so often the students will say at the end, or often, more cases than not, the parents will say, this isn't fair. My daughter or son, mostly son, there's only a week or so left. Their grade looks terrible. What can we do? And I'll say, did they do the warm-up exercise last night? No. Well, I gave them extra credit to do reading, working on their blends at home. Have they done that every week? No, they haven't done that. They did their homework every week. Did they work on that with you? No. Well, like these are the opportunities that you could have had, and now it's too late. It's okay to want to be better and be proactive and always want to get better, but you can't wait till the end when the change has already happened. Take advantage of the first or second or third or fifth or 11th or 35th opportunity before the big change happens, then you act shocked when the warning signs were always there. And I absolutely can attest to that myself. I often look at the end change before I take advantage of the before, not just the after. So think about that going into your Shabbat, and especially as we're going through a change, hopefully positive with our Rabbi Mike coming last week and the week before. We've had a lot of little changes behind the scenes that led up to this big change. So change doesn't have to always be bad little decisions. If you take an opportunity and say, I can do this to help. We sent out emails for a temperature survey. We had him come to a demo lesson in Shabbat. We had him meet the Sunday school. So all these little changes kind of led to the big change. So don't ignore the importance of little changes to get that big end goal, because they're always going to be there. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for coming. Sarah, do you have anything else? Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. And we will go on to our Aleinu on page 586. All the way up there. 1 second. You have to do double duty here. Opening. You get creative. I guess it's just us tonight. I don't want to break this thing. I've done it before. I'm going to get the book to be safe. Ready when you are. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, Lateit gedula liotzer bereshit, Shehu notes salam haratzon, Vigor amanu kamishpot chamola, Lo sel kalkenu kahem, Vigor aleinu kamishpot chamola, Vanachnu koraim umishtachavim umodim, Lifnei melech malchei chamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Page 588. Shehu notes shamayim v'yosei aretz, Umoshav yikaro v'shamayim mima'al, Ushechid naduzo, Begavchei meromim, Hu Eloheinu einod, Emet malkeinu evezulato, Kakatu b'torato, V'yatayom v'chosevot el levavecha, Ki Adonai hu Elohim, Bashamayim mima'al, V'yal ha'aretz, Micha ein od. V'ne'emar Shemayim hima'al, V'nelech al kol ha'aretz, Vayom hahu, Yehiye Adonai echad, Ushemo echad. Do we have the Yort site list for November, Denise? Okay. If you have a name for the month of November by stream or in person that you would like to share, please do so. Yes.
My parents, Harry and Shirley Fuchs.
Tony Rosser.
Anyone else? Okay, we're going to continue on page, I believe, 598 for the Mourner's Kaddish. Please stand in spirit or in person to show solidarity and support for those in mourning. Yit gadal v'yit gadash shemei rabbah, b'yamla divra hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayichon u'b'chomechon u'b'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, b'hagala u'b'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach li'olom lol me'omaya. Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitnoram v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudesha barichu. Le'olmol min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush bechata v'nechemata v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'imruma. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'yokol Yisrael v'imru amen. Okay. Now's time for announcements. We have our board meeting this Sunday. And officially, unofficially, we hope to get all of the official paperwork signed, stamped, and everything for Rabbi Mike to be our official off-week rabbi. We're waiting, but hopefully that's all finished by Sunday. Sunday school is going to be, obviously, Sunday, regular time. I will be there filling in one of the classes, and then we're getting ready for our growing Sunday school community. Let anybody know if they're looking, because our classes are growing, and it's pretty cool to have a community of more than 10 plus students, and that's what we'll need to keep growing our shul. We had a successful auction last month. We had Rabbi Mike last week for Simchat Torah, very fun, and please keep sending messages out to come visit. Any people that are interested in visiting, converting, anywhere in between, just knowing about us, please reach out to me at president@templebethdavid.info, and I will be happy to reach out to anybody. And for our physical address is Temple Beth David, Snellville, Georgia, 1885 McGee Road. Open on, I'll be here usually a little after 6 on Fridays, but we will be able to meet other people if they need to come in for tours here and that. Please email me and I'll make accommodations to make sure we can get here. And Sunday, our meeting is at 3 o'clock. Sunday school starts at 9:30. Saturday is at 11 o'clock. Regular Shabbat services led by either Deborah Lee or Steve. Thank you very much. Any other announcements anybody would like to share? Doesn't have to be shul related. Anything good news, bad news? Okay, thanks for bearing with me. Unfortunately, you're going to have to see a lot more of me. I will have more hair and less facial hair next time, that's a promise. So please keep coming virtually or in person. And thank you, Sarah, for sounding a lot better on the parts I forgot. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Shabbat Shalom.